for men, because we care so much about a woman's sexuality, that if that's what we see on social media, we may have a perception of that. And maybe for a lot, for a lot of guys, they'd be like, a lot of guys probably think that you can have like 100 DMs and you talking to multiple guys, or probably seeing multiple guys based on what you post on social media, you know? And if,
I
I'm just saying,
guess. I don't know. I
I'm
don't
just,
have 100.
let me ask you, Adam. Hey, Adam, like when you look at women and you meet women and you look at their social media, does that play an influence of your perception of her?
I would say it does. I
Yes.
mean, so I've been in the fitness community and fitness industry for years. I'm not gonna lie, I've dated some absolutely beautiful women over the years, and I'm not gonna lie. I tend to be attracted to the Latin persuasion when it comes to women.
Okay.
I've
Winning.
very much my two are usually Portuguese and Spanish. I'm not like, and when I say Spanish, I'm talking Spain Spanish, not descendant from South America Spanish. I'm going for that, I'm going for that those conquering nations.
Okay.
But no, as far as their how they portray themselves on social media, I mean, I do think that there's an element of that. I mean, obviously, there's some women out there that, yes, they create a social media persona, but that's really because that's their. I mean, essentially, that's their hustle. That's how they're building. I guess their entrepreneurial status as, okay, this is me. This is me on social media. Where I've met women that portray themselves one way on social media. You meet them in person, you're like, oh, you're completely different. You're completely different than what I thought.
Yeah.
But again, if you do create a certain image for yourself, I mean, the expectation is, if that's how you're portraying yourself, the expectation is that's how you are. I mean, if it looks like a horse, it's probably a horse. If it barks like a dog, it's probably a dog.
Yeah.
So, if you portray yourself a certain way, like, if your social media, I mean, because there's some girls that all they do on social media is literally post pictures in lingerie all day long.
Yeah.
So, the expectation or the assumption is, okay, you're kind of rocking that hoe is life at the moment, which, to each their own. But I mean, again, if it's like, if that's their hustle, if that's their, like, if they're an actual like model, okay, yeah, it makes sense. But then, you've got the flip side of it where it's just, basically tasteless posts like that are nonstop. It's like, okay, if that's how you're acting, you don't have a following, you don't have any social media presence, that's just who you are. Okay. But I do think that how we portray ourselves on social media nowadays plays a huge role in how we're received by people, just because, I mean, the world has become so digital that you literally, on this little thing right here, you literally have access to 7 billion people, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I would say to you, Isabel, and because you're looking for commitment, right? And like, and Adam said it best. Perception is reality. It doesn't matter it's all about how you're perceived by people, because at the end of the day, when we meet people, we're gonna make judgments. That's just human nature, especially when it comes to dating, when we're trying to select somebody. I do notice something, and I always tell a lot of women, is like, if you're looking for commitment, then you have to make sure that you are expressing that on your social media profile. And I know a lot of women today who are very beautiful. They are looking for commitment, but if you look at their profile, like Adam said, you don't see commitment on their profile. All you see is like ass, titties, and hoish, hoish vibes. But that's why you see it based on what they post. So that's something I would say for a lot of women out there. Like, if you're looking for commitment, like, look, I don't care what you post, but at the end of the day, the name of the game in reality is perception is reality. Is what we see, is what we believe. So if you want commitment, a good strategy would be to make sure if the right man happened to come along your profile, he can seek commitment. Because I know for a lot of guys, they'll want to have sex with a girl that's very out there on social media, expressing sexuality, but then they'll show commitment to another girl that maybe not as sexual on social media based on the perception of what they see. There's a lot of guys when they see a girl that's very open with their sexuality on social media. They just have the assumption that either you're talking to a lot of guys are talking to you, either you're promiscuous, and that's just what guys see. If that's all of a woman's, if that all she's showing is ass, titties, and their sexuality, and that's something I would say on that. And then go ahead. You want to say something, Isabel?
No, I was
Oh,
listening.
okay. Oh, okay. No. Okay. Anybody want to add to that? Anyone want to add to the discussion? That's just thoughts based on what I experienced on today's social media dating culture. Because a lot of times, what we want in a relationship is not reflected on our profile. And then, like you said, everybody has judgments and perceptions of people, and what are you putting out there is gonna, especially a lot of the dating. A lot of today, everything's on dating apps. A lot of the dating, we meet people on dating apps. Instagram's like the biggest dating app. I think this is where people meet for the most part. So I think it is important to kind of work make sure that you are putting the same perception based on what you're looking for in a relationship. That's just my thoughts on that. Hope anybody want to add to that before we move? Anyone want to add to that?
I think
You
I'm
good?
good.
I mean,
Go ahead, Adam. Oh,
okay, so what I was gonna say is, in that, I mean, yeah, like you said, they portray themselves a certain way on social media, but necessarily the whole like commitment thing. I think that's when you find out. Let's say you do slide into the DMs, and you're like the girl or the guy actually opens your message. Like I think that's the part where you would find out, like if you actually start talking to them, I think that's about what they're looking. Yeah. Like you said, the ass and titties, that's the attention grabber. That's the icebreaker. But then you actually talk to the person and see what they're about.
Yeah. I'll just speak on today's dating culture. When we meet somebody, the first thing we do is like we ask them what's your Instagram, what's your social media profile, and we look at their profile. Like, we do this. Everybody does this in today's dating culture, and based on their profile, we make assumptions and perceptions of what we see. And depending on what we see, we calculate, okay, is this person we want to move on or not? But for average people, for the average population that's dating in today's dating culture, a lot of people make perception on social media. But there are very few people out there that don't really care. You know what? I don't care what I see. I'm just gonna pursue. But I think it is important to kind of be aware of what you're putting out there, so you can attract as many candidates that happen to come along your way. That's how I would just say that. Increase your probability of attracting good people. All right. So, Hope, you said something?
You're saying change the way you post to attract people?
Yeah.
No, be aware.
exactly.
No, I'm saying be aware. Be aware of what you post.
Be aware of what you post. Got it.
Yeah. All I'm saying is whatever you want is like it has a kind of, it will be easier as far as attracting suitable dating candidates if you align what you want, if you align what you want based on how you show yourself on social media. So if you're looking for commitment and a good man, I think Hope, I'm sorry, Isabel said she's a very traditional woman and you're probably looking for a traditional man. Then I think it would help to have a profile that shows you are a traditional woman.
I don't know. It's like I've dated both. I've dated guys when I was younger. I've dated guys that cared about what I post. So I'm like, okay, my Instagram was normal. He was there and he still wasn't loyal. So, and he still didn't commit. So I feel like at this point, it's like, what's the point of even changing my Instagram for any guy? Like the right guy is gonna find my, and I don't even feel like my Instagram's that bad. You're making me feel like my Instagram's horrible, but I guess I guess it's giving off.
No, I'm not saying your history is horrible. I'm just saying this is what I see in today's dating culture, right? And of course, look, the thing is that guy that you met and end up being disloyal. I mean, that has everything to do with him. I'm just saying is, you just want to make sure
that's not even
that
from my Instagram. That's like back then when I was younger and I was the goody two shoes and I was like just with him, and you know what I'm saying? Like, oh God, I'm not gonna change it for a guy to be.
No,
it's not gonna happen.
What I'm saying is like.
But
what did you say, Hope?
I see where you're coming from. I see your perspective on what you post on your attracting the people that you want.
Yeah.
In a way,
in
a way, I disagree. I don't feel like you have to change the way you portray yourself to attract someone.
I'm not saying to change. I'm not saying to change. I'm just saying be aware, be logical with what you want.
Right.
Right. So like, if you want a traditional husband, if you want a guy that's traditional, that's loyal, that's God fearing, that wants to settle down. But if all you post on social media is the fast life of being single, independent, I'm not, and it doesn't for him. It doesn't say you're ready to settle down. He may skip you for another girl that shows
For another, because of what
another
he
girl
sees.
what he sees, because that's his perception is reality. So all I'm saying is, if you want to take advantage of the probability of for guys not to skip over you or misjudge you, because like I said, you guys
Right.
are great ladies. You guys are looking for
With-
commitment. You guys, you might lose out on a guy just because of that. You know, because
Okay.
I know girls like that.
Or maybe he's not the guy for me.
Maybe he is, but you guys haven't met yet.
No, maybe I'm looking for a guy that has 100,000 followers. I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know.
No, I'm telling you, I have a lot of good friends right now. They're probably watching this, and we have this conversation all the time. And I tell them like they're beautiful, they're in shape, but they no guy is committing to them. And I tell them all the time, there's like, if what you're posting says, I don't need a man, I'm just having fun, I'm not ready to settle down, right? I'm in my whole phase, because that's what they're posting. Thirst trap, right?
I think we'll say just like leave some pointers out there on your social media page to let them know that.
I'll give you a perfect example. If I post on my profile that I'm broke and have no goals no goals in life, you know, I'm playing video games all day, I'm just chilling at my mom's crib all day, do you think any woman will come my way?
Let me ask you something.
Huh?
You'll be surprised into that.
Yeah, that'll be the one girl that nobody wants, and she'll come to me. Right. So that's what I'm saying.
For the most part, I don't post like hot girl summer, any of that stuff. I post like a bikini picture, but that's it. It's like, it's not saying whatever. The point is that I don't use Instagram like that anymore. I'm actually more on TikTok now. I love TikTok. I use more TikTok. It's you know what I do at the end of the night. I'm scrolling through TikTok. I don't even use Instagram.
Isabel, have you seen your profile
on TikTok?
No, on Instagram and TikTok.
Oh, on TikTok. Okay, right. But why am I here right now? Why am I on this podcast right now?
To talk about dating, sex, and relationships.
Okay, but how? How'd you find me?
Through Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Really?
Instagram. Yeah, through Instagram. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I usually do stuff like this because of TikTok. So people message me and they're like, hey, can you promote my brand and this and that through TikTok? So
yeah, but I reached out to you to be on a podcast. I didn't reach out to you for commitment and marriage.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, well, because of my social media, I joined the podcast. Because of my social media, I get to promote, I don't know, diffuser. Because of my, you know what I'm saying?
No. That's what social media does, right? It does help us in other platforms, other avenues of our life. But if we're talking about specifically finding a man or finding a marriage or commitment from a man, then that can be a disadvantage. That can be a con. So the pro is you can grow, you can start a business, you can reach new people, get on a podcast like this right now.
I'll be single forever. Fuck it.
Okay.
If I'm moving up.
No, yeah, I'm just saying if you guys are great ladies, I'm just saying the profile doesn't matter. And sometimes I do see that you might get passed up a lot of times with certain guys based on what you put out on social media. That's just my observation.
That's the loss, Isabel. You post your bikini photos, and if the right guy talks to you,
no. So
there's a Spanish saying. There's a Spanish saying it goes like this: "Lo que es para ti, nadie te lo quita." Right? It's a Spanish saying. A lot of Hispanic people use it. It's basically saying like, "What's for you, no one can take it away from you." So I don't know. I just live my life like that.
I was watching this. I was watching this show. I don't know if you guys watch this show. I forgot the name of the show. It was a dating coach, and she, her clients are Instagram models, and we're talking about Instagram models within like the millions. You know, they have a blue check, and she said that 90% of them struggle to find a man. And these are Instagram models, beautiful, gorgeous, they have the perfect body, they have a blue check, they have millions of followers, but they can't. But this is the dating relationship coach or matchmaker. They said they find it hard to attract them because a lot of men, when they look at them, they think they can't take them seriously because they think that they're not looking for marriage or they're not looking for marriage based on what they see on the social media. That's just my opinion about that. So, it will hinder at some level certain guys that may pass up on you. So just because of that, that's just what I would say. But you're still gonna, like I said, you're still gonna try guys. Like I said, try guys, right? Guys are guys. They're still, they're gonna shoot their shot. I'm just saying is, if you're looking for that special man that's traditional, he's looking for commitment. He wants to be loyal. He wants to settle down. He's done fucking little hoes and all these. He just wants one woman. That guy is looking for a specific type of woman. So
I agree.
Optics is everything. So he's looking for a specific type of woman. So when he sees you, he's gonna consider everything, your social media, everything about you before he calculates to move on to that to make that move on a woman, right? Or guys are not looking for a specific type of woman; they just shoot their shot at everybody. So
right.
right. So I'm just saying is that the type of the man that you guys both mentioned on your list, that guy is looking for a specific type of woman. So that's all I'm saying is, so I would say social media, because that's the dating market today. Social media has a big influence on how we perceive people. I guarantee he would look at it and take into consideration what he sees. That's what I would say. All right. But be you. Be yourself. But I'm just saying is, show more of that wifey traditional thing that you were mentioning. More pictures of that. Add that to the profile. Add that to the profile. That's how I would say. I was keeping 100.